I just bought all these groceries without breaking the bank. You wanna know why it didn't cost much? It's because I'm not an idiot. I actually know how to shop for groceries. What's up everyone? David here, got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. So right now, right away, I'm gonna go ahead and tell a quick story. And honestly, if this is one of you, it might piss you off. And if it's not you, start taking notice of it. I used to be a cashier at a 99-cent store, okay? And although it was a 99-cent store, it was still part supermarket. All right, we had food there. We had groceries of all kinds, produce, fruits and vegetables. We had frozen meat, bacon, ham, ground beef, whatever it may be. We had other things that could be preserved for long periods of time. Rice, potatoes, grains, pastas. We had any type of grocery you could think about. Not just other things in the 99-cent store, but it was actually, you know, a grocery store. People could actually get whatever it is that they need to prep their food. But here's one of the things, and honestly, it quite frankly just really pissed me off when it came to when I had to be a cashier. I just found it very ironic that for those who were struggling, those who didn't have money, those that had to rely on an EBT card because they needed it, okay, no big deal. If you have to go on it, no big deal. You know, everyone's got a different financial situation. But I just found it really ironic that those who were on the EBT card, you know, getting some type of government assistance, whatever it may be, whatever the reason may be, I happen to notice what was in their cart. And let me tell you, the types of food that they were getting were, one, real unhealthy. So I don't know how they're still alive eating that stuff, but also the types of foods, although they're unhealthy, when you really look at it, they're not real food. You can't make meals out of those. They were buying every type of candy, every type of bag of chip, anything in the frozen fruit section, which was not one of the good options. It wasn't like frozen chicken breast. No, I'm talking about like those pre-made frozen pizzas, just all types of unhealthy stuff. So yeah, they were asking for assistance and had the EBT card. But if you look at what they were buying, oh my God, that's just gonna put them in a grave sooner. And when you really break it down, cost by cost, item for item, grocery for grocery, all of those things actually ended up costing more than those who bought stuff, who were not on any type of government assistance. Those who did not have to rely on the EBT card, what did they get? They actually got ingredients, things to actually make meals. I just find it ironic. Those who weren't on any type of food stamps or any type of EBT card, any type of government assistance, the things that they were buying, bags of rice, frozen meats, bags of potatoes, fruits, vegetables. So not only was the type of food that they were buying healthier, it was also things that they could buy in bulk and then cook it themselves and then portion that out to make so many individual meals. Essentially, they can meal prep using that. So that's one of the biggest things. The people that lacked money, no wonder you're lacking money. The stuff that you're buying is things that are gonna cost more and ultimately put you in even worse health. So yeah, you might be saving money now, but I hope you start saving enough money to pay those medical bills, because trust me, that diet is gonna put you in a grave and it's gonna land you in an ER in a couple of years. Whereas in those who actually had to support themselves, didn't rely on any assistance, that food was actually pretty similar to what I got right here. And that's exactly what I'm gonna be going over with you. Enough of that rant. What did I buy? Went ahead and went to Costco, and one of the biggest things I want you all to understand when it comes to buying food in bulk, if you're gonna be meal prepping, or just in general, if you're just gonna try to live a healthier lifestyle, it doesn't even matter if you're into fitness. The fact that you care about your health is already gonna be a good thing, but you gotta know what to shop for. Stay away from the Pringles cans, stay away from the wrapped goods, stay away from anything unhealthy, the bake section. Honestly, if it comes in a wrapper, you probably shouldn't be getting it. If it's individual portions in a wrapper and has colorful designs on the outside, and if it's in the junk food aisle, and don't lie, you know what the junk food aisle is, you probably shouldn't be getting it in the first place. Somewhere along the lines of what you buy at the grocery store, your cart should look pretty similar to what we got going on here. So let's start off on here and then we'll make our way over. The type of meats that you get, that's gonna be completely up to you. Depending on how much money you have, you might have to go with the cheapest meat possible. As far as chicken goes, the cheapest meat might be the drumsticks, might be the wings, might be the thighs, okay? You don't always have to get chicken breasts. Yes, as bodybuilders into fitness, that seems to be the staple. But the reason why chicken breast got so popular in the first place is because when it came to bodybuilding, Everyone wants to build muscle and minimize the amount of fat they'll gain. And chicken breast, quite frankly, is the leanest cut of meat that you can get off of chicken. But if you're trying to add on some of the weight, go ahead and go with some chicken thighs. Not only does it cost less, it tastes better, it's got more fat. So I realistically don't see any issue with that. A couple extra grams of fat off of those thighs is gonna be okay. All right, it's gonna be good for you. If you're active, you'll burn it off. It's not that big a deal. And again, I cannot emphasize this enough, it saves money. Go with ground beef. That's probably gonna be the cheapest red meat you could find out there. For me, what I do personally, I go with ranchera. So you already know I'm Mexican. When we make that carne asada, this is what I'm be going with. But at the same time, I don't really eat a lot of fats necessarily. Not even things like healthy butter, you know, the grass-fed salted butter, things like that. And just, you know, snacking on just junk food in general. It's just, I naturally don't do it. But I do have to make an effort to get my fat sources in some way, shape, or form. Because yes, fats at the end of the day are essential. They are good for you. This is the reason why our body relies on fat for energy. How do I get my fats? Through steaks. So I went ahead and got 2 packs right here of ribeye steaks. Ribeye, real fatty piece of meat. Again, I don't get my fats through any other source, realistically, outside of my red meat. So I went ahead, got right around 4.5 pounds of ranchera, and I ended up getting 10 pounds of ribeyes. On top of that, right here, if you are going to be getting things out of the frozen food section, I know earlier I was talking shit about those who were, but you got to keep in mind, what exactly is it that you're getting? What is the specific type of food that you're getting from the frozen food section? You got to be real mindful about that. So what I got? Lightly, again, I cannot emphasize that enough, lightly breaded chicken breast fillets. This is right here. This is gonna be a bodybuilding favorite. I'm talking about 1 fillet, 22 grams of protein. So I eat 2 per meal. So when it comes to meal prepping in bulk, not only is this cheap, it tastes a lot better than just regular chicken breast that you might be preparing yourself. The prep time, I mean, all I gotta do is throw this in the air fryer 15 minutes compared to just heating up the grill, heating up the pan, prepping the chicken, slicing it, seasoning it, cooking it. No. This right here, time saver. This right here, money saver. So I went ahead and got 2 bags of that. Now, right around this time, when this video goes out, we're gonna be in Cuaresma. You don't know what that is? Lent. Don't know what that is? Ask any Mexican. They'll know. We're gonna go ahead and follow through with that these next couple weeks, 40 days, every Friday. I can't eat meat, so I went ahead and got this, tilapia. This is not normally a staple in my diet, but like I said, for what we're going through right now, every Friday, I can't be eating any of this. I gotta stick to fish. This right here, tortilla crusted tilapia, tastes real good. If you're real picky about it, okay, you can maybe shave off some of the excess crust and just stick to the fillets. Or you can go ahead and just get regular tilapia, regular cod, whatever your fish source may be. Get it in the packs that look like this, the plastic trays with the plastic saran wrap. That's gonna be healthy as well. But at least this adds a little bit of flavor. You look at the macros, not a whole lot of fat, definitely a good amount of protein, and a decent amount of carbs. I mean, we're talking about 210 calories per serving. This is gonna be perfect for me. Me personally, I'm on the thinner side. I'm always trying to gain weight, but I'm not trying to go through a dirty bulk, or I'm not gonna be feeding myself Twinkies, cupcakes, anything like that. No, if I'm gonna be gaining weight, I'm gonna be upping the calories, I'm gonna try to get through as many natural food sources as possible. Since we're talking about gaining weight, if you struggle with that, just know liquid calories are always going to be a lot easier to get down than solid foods. What's one of the biggest things I get my liquid calories from? Realistically, 2 things: milk, yogurt. So we got right here the lactose-free milk, super cheap, and then right here we got the yogurt. Again, another money-saving tip. If you're the type of person that gets the individually wrapped yogurt packets, okay, that's fine. It's convenient. If you're on the rush, all you gotta do is open up the fridge and grab one. But if you wanna save as much as you can, you know, you're really on a budget, you're really dialing it in, get the big tub and then portion it out yourself. I mean, we're looking at right here, this tub right here, 8 servings per container. 1 serving is 2/3 of a cup, 18 grams of protein per serving, 0 grams of fat. You want to talk about high protein, low calorie? This is going to be the way to go. So again, you're ever hungry, you ever need a snack, no, don't be relying on any wrapped baked goods. No. This could be a good snack. Go ahead and throw some fruits in there, make it a yogurt parfait. Since we're talking about fruits, right here, got blueberries and we got pineapple. Now, again, I believe this is a big money saving one as well. The frozen fruit section, you get the bags in big bulk, and it's gonna be a lot cheaper compared to if you were to get the exact same fruit, but from the fresh produce section. What is the difference? One is frozen, one is not. One's already diced up for you, the other one isn't. regardless, if I were to get this much worth of pineapple, but from one that I have to portion out and cut up myself, it's gonna cost more compared to if I just got the big frozen bag. What is the difference? At the end of the day, it's a pineapple. It's just frozen. Plus, it will last longer. How many times have many of you tried making somewhat of an effort to be healthy, and by some miracle, you actually bought some type of fruits and vegetables, but at the end of the day, you let it go bad, you let it rot at the bottom drawer of your fridge. So if you're that person, at least with the frozen one, it buys you some extra time to actually get it together and actually eat your fruits and vegetables. Last bit of produce, bananas. You throw this in your protein shakes, good. You're ever hungry, need a quick snack? Okay, go with this. You ever need a quick shot of energy before your workout? You need something with sugar? Okay, don't go with cookies. Go with this. Bananas got a lot of natural sugars, natural sources. I cannot emphasize that enough. These are the only bits of produce that I get from Costco. Notice how there's no other vegetables. Notice how there's not really many other fruits. The reason why is because what I said earlier. They go bad a lot faster, and I don't want to be wasteful and throw all this food out. We're talking about saving money, and here you are throwing out food that goes bad. Why didn't you eat it? You just wasted money. You didn't even get anything out of it. All my other produce I get from other supermarkets. Food for Less, Vallarta, anything else. The reason why is because if I get it in bulk, I'm not eating it at a rate fast enough to actually let it be preserved and still be good. So for the stuff that I know I do eat a lot of, I get it in bulk at Costco. Anything else, I'll go ahead and make a weekly trip to make sure that stuff is fresh. Things like leafy greens, spinach and kale, those are my two big ones. Broccoli, that's probably my #1 vegetable source. I don't get that from Costco. I have to get that fresh because if I get it in bulk, it's gonna go bad too soon. Now, right here, potatoes. I'm talking about one of the cheapest carb sources you can get. Potatoes, there are so many different things that you can do with it. Again, you can go baked potato, mashed potatoes, cut them up and make some French fries. There's just so many ways that you can go ahead and salt them, prep them, throw them in a pan, throw them in an oven, whatever it may be. The variety you can get from potatoes, as long as you're not frying them, it's still gonna be healthy. It's gonna add variety. It's gonna fill you up. For someone who's trying to lose weight, potatoes are the way to go. Potatoes, good amount of calories, good amount of volume of food to actually keep your stomach full. But here's the thing, they digest very slowly. They're very satiating. It's gonna make you feel full for a longer period of time. So I don't wanna hear this excuse that you can't lose weight because you get hungry too often. Start throwing down some potatoes. It'll keep you fuller longer. Now, we keep talking about all this food, and I keep talking about flavor. That's where we get right here. As too many times I see a lot of you. You're eating the right types of food and you're eating in the right quantities that you should. You're portioning out. You're doing a good job. Where you go wrong, and this is what you also do at restaurants, is you ruin the macros by drenching it in sauce to give it flavor. Yeah, you prepped it so that it's healthy, but naturally if something is a lot healthier, obviously it's not gonna taste as good compared to if we were to, add so many different seasoning sauces, all the stuff, to make it appealing. But that's the thing, you're just completely drenching it. I'm real picky about how I season my food because that's the thing. I don't wanna go ahead and just ruin the macros, ruin my health just for a little bit of flavor. So what I do with the red meat right here, pepper, sea salt, garlic powder. Nothing too crazy. Now, I do have some chicken already in the freezer, so occasionally I am gonna be throwing in some new recipes, but I'm gonna be very mindful about how much sauce I put. So what do we got right here? Getting a little bit of diversity, and I don't discriminate. We got tikka masala. Gonna go ahead and try to make some type of Indian food with this, with the chicken that I have inside of the freezer. We're gonna throw that on top of a bed of rice, and we're gonna get some naan bread. So again, adding a little bit of variety. Be real picky about how much of this I'm putting, because although it is very minimal in calories, only 80 calories per serving, it's real easy to overdo it in the serving. So honestly, I can't wait to try this out. It will still at the end of the day be a healthy meal. Chicken, rice, drinking enough water throughout the day. I could always throw in some other vegetable in there, some leafy greens, make a salad on the side, whatever it may be. I'm overall looking after my health. Since we're talking about the rice, it gets a little plain. There's not really much to it. You can go ahead and salt your rice, or instead of making it in water in the rice cooker, make it in chicken stock, like what we got right here. It's gonna add a little bit more flavor. Plus you get the health benefits of the collagen from the chicken stock. So just wanna throw that out there. Now, all of this Costco trip, if I were to bust out the receipt, $453.89. Now, for some, that might be a lot, but you gotta ask yourself, is it a lot compared to how long it's gonna last? How many meals am I gonna be getting out of this? If we were to just look at the ribeyes right here, I'm talking about 5 pounds, 5.12 pounds for just this packet alone, and it's already pre-portioned out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each one of these steaks is already one meal. So you meant to tell me although, yeah, it may have costed a lot, $67, $75 just for this packet alone, but we got 8. So you do the math. Let's just round it up to 80 bucks for this packet divided by 8 steaks, okay? And then we throw that in with 1 baked potato. You do the math. We're talking about $10 per meal, if that, maybe $11 per meal. And it's gonna last me a lot longer than that because I got way more potatoes than I do steaks. So you gotta start getting in that habit. How many meals is it gonna last you? Me, I'm eating 5 times a day, okay? 5 times a day, 7 days a week. You do the math on how many meals that is. This is enough food to last me roughly 3 weeks. So yeah, although it is $453, but you divide that by 3, what do we got right there? What, like 140, 150 maybe per week? And it's actually not truly $453. You wanna know why? Because of this right here. This isn't for me, but my grandpa needs these. So they asked me to go ahead and grab some from him. This alone is right around 44, 45 bucks. So again, it added to the cost, but I'm not gonna go ahead and drink those. They're not for me. I'm just trying to help out my grandpa with that. So we take away that. What does that put us? A little over 400 bucks, like 410 roughly. What else did I get? Probably not the best thing for me, but hey, when I'm eating this healthy, I gotta cope with something, and heroin costs too much. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some energy drinks right here. Again, absolutely not necessary. Are they good for me? Probably not. Am I gonna give them up? Nah. At the end of the day, I gotta cope with something. 1 energy drink, what, every 4 days? It's not gonna hinder me considering I'm really mindful about my overall health when it comes to intaking these. I'm moving around enough throughout the day. I'm making sure other aspects of my life, the health level is there. So that alone was another, what, $20, $21, $22? So take that away from the totals because that is absolutely not necessary. You do not need energy drinks. I probably don't need them, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I got a really bad caffeine addiction. Now, on top of that, the very last thing that I got, mini Cokes. I drink them occasionally. They're mainly for my dad, not really for me. But since I'm going to Costco, they asked me, hey, can you go ahead and buy some? Yeah, sure. So take that away from the cost. So although the receipt says $453.89, realistically, you got to take away roughly, I mean, you do the math, maybe up to $70, $80 just off of those. $45 for the insurers for my grandpa, $21, $22 for the energy drinks for me, roughly 20 bucks for the Cokes for my dad. All those things are not necessary. This is the main priority. And if your shopping cart starts looking like this, not only are you gonna be saving a lot of money, you're also gonna be eating a lot healthier. So as a byproduct of that, your overall health is gonna increase. It's just a matter of making the right decisions. Yes, inflation is through the roof. Yeah, groceries are always costing more, but if you shop smartly, you'll be able to get more bang for your buck. So there you have it, everyone. Quick rant and grocery haul all in one video. If I offended anyone, there's probably a reason for it. Really take into account what it is that you're putting in your shopping cart and also do the math on how much that's costing you compared to if you were to make smarter decisions. At the end of the day, shop for ingredients. The ingredients can always be put together to create meals. That's the way you should be going about it. Comment down below, where do you go to shop? What are the best deals? And what are some money saving tips when it comes to grocery shopping? Also, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment it down below. Let's try to help each other out. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on both accounts. I put all my links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.